iPhone games made for true gamers try and cram console controls onto a touchscreen. But with Infinity Blade, the first iPhone game to use Unreal Engine 3, developer Chair Entertainment created a game that could only work with a touchscreen. The result is a beautiful, addictive, and surprisingly deep game easily among the best available on iPhone and iPad. Infinity Blade begins with an assault on the castle of the God King. It's unclear why you have a beef with the God King, but he seems like a bad enough guy to merit a sword in the face. Unfortunately, you can't even get past his giant guardian, who quickly crushes you. The God King then drives the treasured Infinity Blade through your chest, absorbing your essence. 20 years later, you return as the son of the fallen hero, out for revenge, battling your way through the castle until you once again meet the God King against tougher enemies, but with all the skill and items of your ancestor. The God King may kill you again, and so your son eventually comes to the castle seeking revenge for you. And so goes the endless loop of Infinity Blade, which manages to continue the cycle even after you've slain the God King. Infinity Blade is an absolute stunner visually and ushers in a new era of possibility for high-end graphics on mobile devices. I won't toss a bunch of graphical jargon your way. Let's just say that Infinity Blade uses a lot of the visual tricks often only seen in console games. It's an amazing visual achievement on both iPhone 4 and iPad, with the 3GS version also looking good, though not nearly as impressive. Of course, a pretty package means nothing if the gameplay doesn't support it. Infinity Blade has that covered. There are no virtual joysticks or a bunch of buttons to press. Battles are designed to feel like you're having a sword fight. Attacks are handled with swiping your finger across the screen in any direction and for any length. Infinity Blade detects it all and instantly translates it into combat moves. String a flurry of strikes together for effective combos. As you play through Infinity Blade multiple times, defense is the only way to survive. Tap anywhere on the left or right third of the screen to dodge in that direction. Dodging is tough. You have to really nail the timing. Blocking with your shield is handled by tapping anywhere on the center section of the screen. This is the easiest way to defend, but each block weakens your shield until it reaches its breaking point. Parrying might be the toughest of all, but the most satisfying. Perform a swipe in the direction of an attack, or in the exact opposite direction, and you'll parry. Timing is critical. The deeper you get into Infinity Blade, the more you'll be forced to mix up your defensive moves, parrying, dodging, and blocking in varying orders to counter different attacks. It's challenging, but a lot of fun once you get the hang of it. It can be frustrating at times because Infinity Blade is almost too good at picking up even the tiniest swipes as attacks. Sometimes you'll want to dodge, but even the slightest drag of your finger registers as a blow, not a dodge. To keep you playing, Infinity Blade has an RPG side to it. There are numerous pieces of armor, shields, helms, and weapons to tackle, each with its own unique properties. And every piece of equipment has a set of experience points already inside of it. As you use equipment in combat, you drain the XP from the item and into your character. It's an interesting way to handle gaining experience. Once an item is fully drained, it's mastered, which doubles its resale value and gives you an extra stat point to spend on improving your character. Every Bloodline playthrough leads to tougher enemies who start using more variation in their attack patterns. It becomes a true battle after a while, and each time you slay the God King, he becomes exponentially more powerful. Some might find the grind uninteresting, but as a tried and true gamer, I loved every second of Infinity Blade. Successful iPhone games must offer quick and satisfying gameplay experiences and an addictive quality to keep you coming back. Infinity Blade masters all of this, delivering one of the coolest experiences on iPhone and a sure contender for Game of the Year.